Let's talk about Tucker Carlson. For years, he has been a lightning rod in American media, a disruptor in the conservative ecosystem, and now he's under a campaign of sustained pressure. And make no mistake, this is not incidental, it's systemic. It started, at least visibly, with his podcast episode featuring Nick Fuentes. Nick, a white nationalist figure, made overt anti Semitic and extremist statements, as he does on anyone's platform, including his own. Tucker hosted the episode, and instantly the blowback was intense. GOP leaders, from Ted Cruz to Mitch McConnell, condemned the move, framing Tucker as a figure flirting with extremism. But it didn't stop there. The Heritage Foundation, long considered a bastion of conservative policy thought, found itself in internal crisis after defending Tucker's link to Nick. Kevin Roberts' remarks sparked staff resignations, protests over what they saw as tolerance for bigotry. Here you see a microcosm of the problem. Tucker's media brand, his voice, his reach, had cracked the big tent conservative coalition. Fragile alliances snapped, exposing the vulnerability of institutions when someone like Tucker operates outside traditional expectations. Then there's the feud between Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro over claims surrounding Erica Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk. Candace bluntly denied that she blamed Erica for Charlie's death, which she didn't, but the public spat highlighted fissures in conservative media, exposing Tucker's adjacent figures to internecine warfare. And let's not forget the backdrop of it all. Charlie Kirk's assassination left youth conservative groups looking for a figurehead, and Tucker naturally stepped into that vacuum. His media presence grew, but so did the scrutiny. Was he carrying forward Charlie's mission or redirecting it? Tucker doesn't need to inherit Charlie's legacy. He has his own, and that independence, that freedom to speak without being beholden to an agenda, is exactly what threatens the gatekeepers. Consider his defense, or more accurately, his commentary regarding New York Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani. Tucker didn't defend Mamdani per se. He noted that Mamdani's words did not automatically prove anti-Semitism, but the conservative base, invested in pro-Israel orthodoxy, reacted sharply. Tucker's stance highlighted a divergence from traditional MAGA foreign policy norms and opened new lines of attack. Similarly, Candace's remarks implicating Israel lobby pressure in Charlie's demise created waves that Tucker, by proximity, was caught in. Sunday, Tucker Carlson was playing in the ongoing debate over Israel's role in conservative politics, over who gets to moderate dissenting voices and how far deviation from orthodoxy can go before it's punished. And here's the paradox. Some of the people coming against Tucker are the very ones who celebrated when he was ousted from Fox News. They cheered his firing. They wanted him gone. So why does his platform still matter to them so much? Why this obsession? It's simple. Tucker's independent voice threatens control over narrative, audience, platform, ideological boundaries. His pivot to independent media, including a tour with Megyn Kelly, gave him freedom, but it also exposed him to intensified scrutiny. Critics argue that this broadens his platform beyond accountability, but it's not accountability they seek, it's containment. His interview with President Vladimir Putin in 2024 is another flashpoint. Studies suggest that the episode boosted Kremlin narratives among US audiences. Tucker became a target, accused of amplifying adversarial voices. Yet here's the catch. This is not disinformation. Platform and dissenting voices has been the principle of free speech. Tucker is not promoting falsehoods, he's exposing audiences to alternative perspectives. And therein lies the core conflict. Why is freedom of thought and speech suddenly under attack? Who benefits from suppressing it? Then there's the 9/11 Files, a 5-part docuseries. Critics claim that Tucker is not just a commentator anymore, he is a driver of radicalization. But what he's really doing is breaking the mold of mass media commentary, forcing the audience to think critically, to wrestle with ideas, and to engage. And that makes him a target. Tucker's ecosystem, including his podcasts, his live streams, alliances with Candace and Charlie's networks, is under growing pressure from advertisers, platforms, and even regulators. The campaign against him is ideological and commercial. Constrain Tucker and you constrain a narrative, a platform, an audience, a disruptive force. His pivot from Fox News to independent spaces intensified that risk. Make no mistake, the campaign is not random. Tucker Carlson stands at a crossroad of media, politics, ideology, and commerce. He's a kingmaker, a disruptor, and an amplifier. He threatens the gatekeepers, such as media corporations, conservative institutions, advertisers, global power centers. They all have a stake in containing him, and they are precise in their methods, systemic in their pressure. For Tucker, this manifests as brand risk, as business risk, and political isolation. For his critics, it's not about one podcast. It's about the power to define acceptable discourse. They want to shape what ideas the public can access and who can access them. And yet, Tucker persists. He platforms dissenting voices not to control minds, but to challenge them, to force a dialogue, to break echo chambers. Isn't that the principle MAGA has been championing all these years? The fight against the left has always been about freedom of thought, about resisting intellectual suppression. So why now is Tucker penalized for doing the same thing? This is why I say, onwards and upwards, Tucker. Let them come at you in one direction. They will flee 7 ways. The forces arrayed against him reveal as much about conservative media today as they do about him. He isn't simply fighting a reputational battle. He's fighting a structural one. And the stakes are higher than ratings, higher than clicks, higher than short-term outrage. We should be praying for Tucker Carlson to continue the fight. His audience, his platform, his principles, they are a litmus test for the state of free discourse, for the health of ideas in a polarized age. And if it continues, it's not just about Tucker. It's about defending the space for independent thought, for challenging orthodoxy, for making people think. That is why he matters and why the campaign against him is worth watching, analyzing, and yes, resisting alongside.